So this learning video is going to be focused on the performance model and specifically how an individual's performance is created by the ability, motivations, resources, and direction within that individual. So the purpose then to understand this model is because an employee's performance is determined by the organization and the structures that they have in place. And we can then analyze whether they are working properly to reinforce the employee's ability, motivation, resources, and direction that all drive performance within the organization. So if you first look at the four of them in this column view like this, they're being multiplied together because it's a sum of all four that go into creating this performance. And specifically, if any one of these doesn't exist, it severely affects the overall performance of them together. So if we thought about it like the ability being non-existent or a zero figure, if it was multiplied with motivation, resources, and direction, which were all very strong, it would still affect the overall performance. And so we're really looking to make sure that none of these areas are particularly weak, because that's where you see large problems within an organization. So first, we're just going to look at each one individually and how they're built within an organization. So if we look first at the ability, it comes down to the aptitude of an individual, their just ability to understand and do what they're asked to within their role. But then it also comes down to the training and coaching that is given through the organization. The motivation is based on the expectations of the job and then how motivated the individual is to perform. And as well, it's like the net value of rewards. So if someone's good performance doesn't lead them to much, then you can't expect them to be as motivated to do it. We can also look at the resources that are provided by the organization for the individual and then allocated or prioritized properly so that the individual feels that they're being supported by the organization to meet that performance. And lastly, we can look at the direction. So goal setting and reviews to ensure that there's alignment between what the individual believes he's supposed to do and what the organization is doing. So we can actually look back another layer as well, even to see two key areas that the organization must control in order to ensure that these follow through to the performance of the individual. And first, it's recruiting and selecting the right individuals for the job or for the organization. And secondly, it's just designing the organization so that it effectively meets each of these different areas as well. And if these two are done, along with then reinforcing success, we can see that this can become a sustained performance as the individuals are seeing satisfaction through what they do within their role and then continue to do that for the organization. So another area we can kind of look at here is the all caps boxes specifically are kind of employee controlled or more rather outputs by the individual based on then the non-caps boxes, which are the organization controlled ones. And so it's specifically the organization ensuring that these all caps areas are formed through their own roles. And another way we can actually look at this is by incorporating another model, and that would be adding in the STAR model here. And we can see that it's the STAR model that then designs, recruits, and reinforces it. It has much of these principles involved, and they're really what create the performance within individuals in an organization. That's all. Thank you very much.